Let's go. It's your back, it dey keep passing. It dey bring out the best thing. I dey feel your recipe. Make you give me that recipe. Fine, fine. Yeah, you fine. You so divine. I dey feel you die.
What's up, people? We got a new episode of Awesome Entertainment. It's your boy Joel Awesome. All right, we checking out this John Campea video. Basically, he breaking down that Élodie Yung is returning for Daredevil Born Again Season 3. If you don't know who that is, it's Elektra, who they should have brought her back. I feel like that's what they should have picked up, but, better late than never, I guess. Let's get her in Doomsday, too. Fuck it.
Was very popular. I mean, I don't think as many people watched it as we think watched it, which is also kind of evidenced by the...
And we'll say that if you ain't seen my other video, I'm going to tell you right now, Daredevil Born Again Season 1, it was okay, but I hated it. Daredevil Season 2 was good. I liked it a lot better. I loved the finale. Mostly.
Ratings of Daredevil now on Disney Plus, which is unfortunate because I think the show is really good.
We're headed in the right direction.
We already got Jessica Jones back.
Yeah.
We already know that we've got probably the rest of the Defenders coming back.
Iron Fist is coming back.
But there'd been some talk for a while about whether or not they bring back Elektra. And I honestly never thought they would because, the actress Élodie Yung, she's actually pretty busy. I thought, you're already bringing so much back for Daredevil. I didn't think they'd do it.
Look, she was too good. She played the role well. Her and Matt's chemistry was better than any chemistry he had with any other chick in this thing. And it's Elektra, man. She's one of the iconic characters. She really should have her own show or spinoff or a special presentation or something. You know what I mean? It's not like she's a nobody. She like the Punisher. Like, she's supposed to have her own shit going. So you got to bring her into this and then do a spinoff. But they don't, how they done with the spinoff. So they ain't really been hitting, especially when they do a girl lead. I don't know. They can't figure out the writing. But either way, that's what's supposed to happen. Probably shouldn't because they're going to do a bad job. But she does a great job. She's a great Elektra.
Hold your horses, because according to this story, which I'm sure I'm going to have to bring up here on screen, that's the wrong one, but I will bring it up on screen here in just 1 second. According to the reports, here we go. Daredevil Born Again is in fact bringing back Elektra, and we know that for a fact because not only are they telling us about it, but they've got pictures.
Look at that. Looking good.
They've got photos of her actually on set, back in the Elektra outfit. And I'll tell you what, she looks great.
Fantastic.
I think she looks wonderful in the role. I loved her in the show before. I think this is all types of great. Now, some people didn't love the character of Elektra in the Daredevil series. Wow. I never understood why. I thought she was don't get me wrong. My girl Jennifer Garner is always going to be my Elektra. That even if her movie was terrible. That being said, I thought Élodie Young's Elektra in Daredevil on Netflix was fantastic. I thought she was great. And, it was one of the better, nay. I will say it was the best love story that Matt has had.
Didn't I just say that? That's the best. I mean, him and Karen, I guess, I didn't really care. She was better off being a reporter than fighting crime. I don't know why Karen fighting crime now, but her and her relationship with Matt, that's when the show was, that's when the show was cooking. I really felt like in season 2 of the original Daredevil, they should have just stuck with mostly Punisher. And then season 3 moved up to Elektra, and then season 4 did Bullseye, but I'm not in charge. If I was in charge,
the one he's got with Karen is fine, but Karen was also with Foggy, and Karen also has kind of a sort of a love interest thing going on with Frank. And I never felt that one so much. Then, of course, he had, the psychiatrist, and, we saw how that turned out. But I actually think his romance with Elektra is the best one they've done on screen so far. So, we all know how Daredevil Season 2 left off. So there are some people already theorizing, guys, that Elektra is going to kind of take up the Daredevil mantle for Matt while he's in prison, and they work to get him out. There's nothing to back that up with.
That would be a good idea if they didn't put out so many bad shows of replacement characters and replacement girls. and girls replacing the male heroes, and they're all bad. And they did it, and it was like, damn, y'all doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on the same thing, and didn't make it no better. And I don't know. I think it would be a good idea, but I'm afraid the execution still wouldn't be there.
But it's an interesting theory nonetheless. So I'm really happy to see her back. Anyway, Rob, you saw this story. You saw this news. Are you surprised that she's coming back to play Elektra again? Good idea, bad idea? And then what do you think of this is going to be?
Well, first of all, as someone once said, Elektra lives again. I think that, she's integral to the Daredevil mythos.
You can't.
Obviously, when you have Bullseye,
keep going
you
8
can't
seasons
not
without
think about
Elektra. Doesn't make any
Elektra.
sense.
And I was so enamored. One of the things that got me reading comics in the early 80s was I had purchased a compilation of Frank Miller's run on Daredevil that introduced Elektra. And I loved the character. And, of course, Bill Sienkiewicz, Elektra Assassin, is one of the great graphic novels of the 80s. And so to see her come back, I think is, as Thanos said, inevitable. So I love seeing her come back. Because look, who does not love Elektra? And,
I don't know, man. I don't know who these haters
if you're going
are.
to bring back the rest of the Defenders, you got to bring Elektra back too. Plus, John, Ninja.
Yes, we all know everything makes ninjas better. Brian, I know
ninjas make everything better.
Did you ever watch the original Netflix?
He said everything makes ninjas better.
Series of that. What did you think about it? And are you surprised she's coming back? What do you think about it?
Well, I think we all loved the original Netflix series because it really had a grit and grime to it. And I do feel like maybe season 1 of Born Again lost a little bit of that grit, but I feel like we're kind of coming back to it now in season 2. It does feel like season 3 is almost the street level Avengers, get everyone, throw all the pieces on the board, right? Bullseye, Defenders. We'll see how Iron Fist.
And I guess that's what they're doing. I don't disagree with him on that, but I think it would have been better if you kept the street level Avengers as the Defenders and get them all together in the Defenders, not in Daredevil. Like, let Daredevil shit still be about him. You can bring in a character or two, but I don't like to team up on somebody else's show. If we're going to do the full, what I'm saying? You could make a cameo, do a little partnership. But once we get the whole team together, I think we need to do a Defender show. I think we need to do something like that.
Is depicted in this way. You got to get Elektra back in the mix. When I saw the first Netflix series, I loved her character. Maybe I just missed all the negative, hate towards her character. I didn't have a problem with her at all. She might have been one of the more dynamic opposing characters, also love interest with Matt Murdock. So I'm happy to see this. I think it's going to add a little element of like the ex, who's the toxic ex,
crazy ass
who comes in and shakes things up.
People
you always got to have that, little extra.
And if you think about it, they killed her in the Defenders. Like, you know what I mean? Did she come back after that? I don't remember. Maybe she did. But either way, she could come back with an attitude, with a chip on her shoulder for various number of reasons.
Flavor, I think that, not that Karen and Matt's romance right now is a little blah or boring, but it's a little predictable. I think Elektra can mix it up.
It is.
Oh, I'll call it blah and boring. And by the way, that's not a knock on the girl who plays Karen, which I'm freezing on her name right now, but she's great. And I love the character, and I love her in the role. By the way, she's like doing the lead voice in that upcoming God of War thing they have coming up. And she's an avid Dungeons and Dragons player. She's one of the coolest girls on the planet. Love her. It's just, but I have never bought into the romantic relationship between Matt and Karen.
No.
So I hope this messes things up a little bit. I hope they mixed up a little. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Élodie Yung.
I think it's a fucking great idea, man. I think it's a great idea. About time. You need her, bro. You can't do Daredevil. Like, you got in season 3, cool. What are you gonna do? 8 seasons without her? Like, you can't. It's one of the Daredevil, main team ups that he gets with. That's his girl who be. You know what I mean? Like, you can't not have her. She was fantastic in the other one. I don't know what this controversy is, but we ain't buying it. Tell me what you think. Hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'm out this thing. Don't play with my patience, man, they gone with the flow when they tryna fake it. That's not the way I roll, that's not the combination. You start off with the dough before you start the conversation. No one start the salutations, man, don't play with me. I'm coming from a place they would hate to be. I'm going through a phase you would hate to see. They say this life's a trip, ain't no telling where it's taking me. When you on the edge and you make your next move, better be your best. Before you throw it to the depths, better reinvest. Man, I count every moment and count every step, so I know I'm blessed. Now it's